Taurus, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2020. And I'm going to clarify each of the rounds that I did for you guys on the main video. If you're watching this in January or February, then this is for members only. If you're watching in April or May, whenever I decide to post it, then it will be available for everyone. So, ooh, look what we have on the bottom. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming up, straight up. That's really good news, you guys. I have a feeling that these are necessary steps you have to take. Tauruses are so fixed, like you stay so loyal, that what happens is you end up being loyal to the wrong people, you see? And that can cause a lot of consequences. And I think that maybe someone had instigated like a disruption that was actually beneficial for you, but now they're separating themselves from you, and that's a very interesting energy. So I'll try to explain everything again. With the clarification round, I'll just go one by one because it's clearer. Actually, no, I'm going to do the whole thing. Okay, we can change it up. You're the first one that I'm doing this new way. Okay, so we're going to do the whole line and then I'll explain each one. That way people can look at the cards. So we have the Seven of Pentacles first. So a lot of this has to do with saving money and making long-term plans. Then we have the Hierophant in this position, turning away from prophecy, or maybe more towards like practical learning, knowledge. The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, and so also turning to God instead of intuition. So maybe more of a looking for answers in like rhyme and reason, Confucianism, whatever you believe, like a belief system that you can ascribe to. Then we have the Ten of Rods, which is success and holding on to things, working really hard towards something, making plans for the long term. If you're a female Taurus, you're going to have a lot of work to do. It's going to be a very, very busy time. If you are a male Taurus and if you're interacting with females, any sign, you will actually feel very overwhelmed. You're going to meet a lot of females that have a lot going on, and so they'll communicate about what they are going through, and I think that that's going to open your eyes to, like, I don't think you realize what people go through. I think it's kind of a shocker to you. You have the Wheel of something amazing is happening in the Divine Masculine position. This is Jupiter. So if you date men, lordy, someone really good is coming into your life. Or if you are a man, then you may be something really perfect for somebody, something that someone was always looking for. So your relationships in business and marriage are super powerful. And then we have the Strength card, which is Leo. Okay. And on the bottom, we have the Seven of Rods. So there you are being fixed. So we have the Seven of Rods. Not backing off, holding your ground, holding your reason. The other person might be reaching out to you, but you're like not having it. Nope. Stubborn Taurus, it's not for your best. I think this is a year in which your stubbornness, you will actually learn one of those lessons, those aha moments, like, I really shouldn't have been that stubborn. I should have been more flexible with things, but that's something that you need to feel. So I think that's why it's happening. So you feel it and you learn it and you have that nice little reminder. So let's go through one at a time. Moving on from situations will be very easy this year because you have a long-term outlook. You're looking towards the future. Likewise, I have a feeling that the metaphysical or the esoteric will sort of be evasive to you. It's going to be sort of not as applicable to your events as religion is, as philosophy is, as some kind of belief system. So the way you'll solve things will have a lot more to do with reason or with some kind of established system of rules rather than trying to understand intuitively what's going on. And I have a feeling that you have a disenchanted feeling towards intuition. Like you really thought that something was going to happen and then it doesn't happen in the way that you thought okay? The next message is the Ace of Swords with the Ten of Wands. And so in this position, like I said before, if you're interacting with females, they're going to have a lot on their plate. They're going to be very, very busy with a lot going on. And I think it's going to really open up your perspective. I almost feel as though you're sheltered. I almost feel as though you don't really see outside of, like, you don't really see the perspective. Like, you don't have your eyes open, and interacting with these females will be in some way eye-opening. If you worked through the divine feminine, if you're a female yourself, you will be extremely busy this year. There will be a lot of things going on, and a lot of communication, a lot of talking to people about things, you know, liaising, having communication meetings, all those kinds of things. A lot revolves in the realm of communication. And in fact, I think you have a friend who's an expert in communication in some way. So this is either a great gossip, a marketer, you know, PR person, a journalist. These kinds of people will be around you. People who have like a great affinity for being able to communicate and so forth. Then I have a feeling that this is just prosperity in the realm of the Emperor. So anything to do with like law or your career or business, marriage, anything that provides structure in your life will have great success. And you know, you're growing and glowing up in circumstances, brighter and brighter and brighter. It's almost immediate that you feel this push of energy that's so empowering. And then we have the Magician here. You have a friend and an ally in your social circles who very much has your back on things, and that is empowering. So you have protection and someone to rely on, someone who is empowering to you, someone who's giving you strength. I have a feeling that a lot of this, it feels like you're on the defensive, but it's on the defensive. It almost feels like somebody's trying to woo you or seduce you or trying to talk to you or trying to communicate with you in some way. This is reminding me of this. We'll get to that in a moment. But it feels like you're really digging in your heels. So what I was saying was it reminds me of this, which I explained on the main video, which is someone in some way being nice and not letting you communicate about a conflict that you're experiencing with them. It feels karma. It feels like ping pong karma, which means like a very fast karma that hits you almost immediately. So at the beginning of the year, it seems like you're not giving someone that much room to convince you, to help you change your mind. But it feels like at the end of the year, you find yourself in a very similar situation where you want to communicate something and bring closure to something, but the other person is not being open. This could be the same person or it could be somebody else. Okay, so let's do the next line. I'm going to use the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. That went a little long, but I think this is really for you guys where it all starts. So the beginning of the year is going to be the most important, including the first steps you take, getting things done, settling into a relationship, home, or business situation, identifying who this very important person is, and working on your flexibility. You're not having it, Taurus. This is you with your arms crossed. You're not having it. You're not flexible, that kind of thing. 9 of Rods, we have the Ace of Earth, okay? Family member gets pregnant, has a child. Family member starts a business and it's successful. There's prosperity coming to your family, especially in the physical realm. That's just I'll put them all down and then we'll go through it. 2 of Air, okay, so this is Moon in Libra. Beautiful card right there. You can see the scales and the chakras lit up. I think that the brightest chakra is, it looks like it's the heart, but kind of the solar plexus. I don't know, whatever. They're mirroring. Tell me what you think that big chakra represents in the comments. When you come to peace with something, that's when the real love comes in. Whoa, big message. And then we have the 7 of Earth. So that's the same as this card. So very carefully trying to put something together very carefully trying to put things, making things one, or, you know, it's almost like baking a cake. You're very slowly putting in all the ingredients and mixing them up and so forth. Let's see the next message. We have the Two of Water. I love this card. There's a real sign of love and connection for you, Taurus. Making peace, overcoming something, coming to peace with something, you know, working through the past. The next message is the Five of Earth, okay? Five of Earth. So this is Mercury in Taurus, the same card as here. So you see, this is the charlatan card for me, the ultimate charlatan card. You can see the man with the cards, and he has tricks up his sleeve. It's funny that it's a tarot card and she put the cards on there, like real warning, like. And I have a feeling, okay, so let's see on the bottom. There's protection for you there. So your spirit guides are with you, especially in the spring, to make sure everything's okay. You're involved with someone who doesn't mean you well. And I have a feeling that you don't believe that that's the case, but I think it is. And at first, what seems like a unraveling, you realize that it's what first feels like a loss or unraveling actually is protection from this guy or similar energy. This energy could come up for you a couple times, like confrontation in the year, that kind of thing. So it looks like maybe you feel like you're in alignment with someone, but I don't think they meant you well, and I think their removal from your life is going to be a good thing. So let's go through the whole line. So first of all, I think that there's spirit guides or angels with you through the whole year. I think you're protected, and I don't think you have anything to worry about. In fact, I think out of all the readings, this one has probably the most kind of, how do you say, stable sort of vibe to it. So we start off with, I told you guys about the family thing. This is just new beginnings in family that will trickle down to you. So something new is beginning in your family, and it's going in a good direction, and it's going to trickle down to you. Then we have the Two of Air. Peace. Coming to terms with peace regarding something that you're defensive about. This is in the springtime. And when you come to peace with what you are coming to terms with, love is going to enter your life. You're going to enter a relationship possibly very slowly or methodically, but I have a feeling that it's a creative relationship. It's a relationship that brings you success, and it's part of a bigger like world picture that you have in your mind. But you're going to be very, very busy at first to be able to create that or to put it together. Then we have the Two of Water, which is the Two of Cups. I just noticed something in this card I never noticed. It's right in front, but these cards have a lot of detail. So you have the two little Vesica Pisces on the bottom, even though this is it's not Vesica Pisces, but it is two fish. This is Venus in Cancer. And then we have Two of Swords. It feels like a couple who is making up after a fight, an improvement in circumstances, privacy, and in that privacy, that truth and trust is developing. At the same time, concurrently, there is someone who is a swindler. There's a swindler about, and there's going to be a breakdown of those circumstances, which feels like a loss, but you're actually protected. This is actual protection. Your relationship is protection. Your art is protection. The new friendship or relationship is protection. And your family success is protection as well. So far, really good. And then we have the third line, which represents roughly the late fall, early fall, late summer. And I'm using the Mary L. Tarot. So we have the Two of Cups again. So love. This is big prophecy. Whoa. This Knight of Discs, he's loving. There's love. There's real love there between you and someone else. And I think that, I don't know, people have to make decisions to be together on their own, right? So that you and they have to make decisions to be together. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is Sun in Gemini. It feels like there was a massive fight, and especially if you're married to a female Taurus, there could have been a massive fight that she's still upset about, or maybe you are upset about if you're the wife, and you're very, in some ways, that feeling of frustration with your partner will persist. This could also be your mother who's upset with you for something, just an impasse. I'm not saying you're right or she's right, but she's definitely, the Empress is pissed, right? And I think the love is coming back in because the love is so essential to relationships. But I have a feeling that the love is coming in, but I have a feeling that there's still like logic, or like the things that made you upset still stand. We have the Page of Cups. I'm not going to explain these. I'm going to go in a moment. So we have Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, secondary transits in Earth, young feminine or masculine energy, just very, very youthful. Even children are represented by this. Then we have the Three of Swords right here. It really feels like Taurus has a broken heart about something, and they're too stubborn to work through it. No offense. I have a lot of fixed sign placements, so I'm there with you on that. So you're in that mode when you're clamming up and not being so flexible. And yeah, and I feel like that's a lot is coming through here, 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 here. So all over the place, there's an indication that, and here and here. So there's a whole indication, even if it's justified, you're taking your sweet time to mend your broken heart or mend their broken heart and work things out, which is you're playing with fire, because if you're doing that, there could be a chance that you'll miss out completely if you're too cross. But sometimes you have the right to be, of course you have the right to be upset, but it's really a trade-off. Like, you're really think about where your feelings can end, and if that relationship or that situation is right for you. And then we have the High Priestess here. So this was again the prophecy. You didn't want to believe that somebody would burn you, Taurus, but I think that's exactly what you're seeing. And then you have the Page of Discs, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth as well, similar, 2 pages. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit more. This could be like a marriage where your partner is like not letting go so easy or causing you strife. This Knight of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, has a lot of love. Now this could be you, whether you're a man or a woman, or it could be an earth sign that really, really loves you. I think it's someone loves you, Taurus. Let's leave it at that. And this is marking a new beginning. So this is moving, taking a chance to be with someone, all of those things. I feel like I explained the Empress well already with the Ten of Swords. And although there's an impasse in terms of reason, there's still a lot of emotions there. So it's like blood is thicker than water kind of energy. Page of Cups. So conflict may have to do with a child. I have a feeling that for many of you, this is going to manifest as, spousal support, child welfare, not welfare, but like child custody issues, who gets who gets who for what, but also like the desire to in some way manage a situation to do with the Page of Cups, and in some way not having all the resources to be able to do it. Then this is the big question of the year. What is this High Priestess energy that you feel so wronged by? Like, what is going on that got you so bothered and holding on to this feeling of betrayal? I have a feeling that you had a false priestess around you, which means that you had someone telling you false information, someone telling you false prophecy that misled you and misdirected you. But in that is also the right priestess, and she's right here. So I feel like this is the bad priestess and there's a good priestess energy, and you will spend the majority of the year figuring out exactly who's who and what's what. And so this will cover probably late summer, early fall, like I said. And let's clarify the last line. Let me know how you like it read this way as opposed to just, you know, one by one. I think this is better. So we have 2 of rods here. So Dominion, Mars, and Aries. Perspective. You're going to have your wake up moment in early winter, late fall. And I think your eyes are going to be opened, and for the majority of the year, I almost feel like you're not seeing your circumstances clearly. You know, you're still being successful. You still have all those things going on, but I think that you're in denial, or I think that you're not seeing something for what it is. And I think that that's the problem. And then you'll have your eureka moment, aha, your epiphany here. The next message is the Ace of Cups, new relationship. Water sign man, very, very likely water sign man. So here you can see the Hanged Man, and it's ruled by Neptune, but if you look down here, see if I can get it to focus. You see that little triangle? That's the element of water. So in the lower right hand side, new relationship, delayed relationship, but it's coming. So if you're already waiting for someone, chances are you'll wait more. And I strongly believe if you get more flexible, if you don't dig in your heels so much, then that's going to come to you much faster and easier. Then we have the Hierophant again. 1, 2, 3. That's you guys. Strong energy for this. So this is the whole thing about you have to go along with how they are handling the situation. And you know there's a pink elephant in the room and it's total gaslighting, but I think that in this situation, you're going to have to kind of put up with it. And then we have the Princess of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Somebody is helping. See, I feel like there's a good one and a bad one, maybe a good air sign and a bad air sign. And the good air sign is trying to support you through all this transition and trying to give you hope. And here's the Knight of Pentacles again. Is that you? In love but worried. In love but worried. Maybe bad gossip you heard. 5 of Cups on the bottom. Be careful, Mars in Scorpio, disappointment. Don't create your own disappointment by being stubborn, Taurus. I think you're ready for a lot of love, and there's a lot of opportunity for love here. There's a lot of aces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all there for you to pick. If anything, it feels like gossip, misinformation, gaslighting, people getting involved in other people's things, and sort of like, I don't know, just sort of misinforming people, causing them to act based on the misinformation and therefore sort of missing out on the bigger picture. So I hope that you can figure that out and get on your way. This is unfortunate, but not a big deal. Just someone's not going to let you find closure, even though you're trying so hard to find closure with that individual. And the other big theme that I see really come through is that there are 2 priestesses. One's a false prophet, one's the true one. The true one is much more gentle, much more reserved. She's there in the background somewhere. The one who's really up front and in your face is the one that's trying to persuade you. It feels like there's someone who's trying to persuade you, change your perspective, you know, those kinds of things. There's a charlatan around in your social group, so be careful for that, because this card is the disappointment. It's like if you don't play your cards right, you're setting yourself up for, and then you'll realize how you felt. It's saying all over the place that, or how they felt about you. It's saying all over the place that the feelings are really strong. The love is strong, very, very strong. 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Discs, Knight of Discs. Okay, so it's Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's all over here. There's a chance of new love, but I have a feeling that there's something, you're talking yourself out of it, or somebody's talked you out of it, and I think that you should proceed with caution. You know, proceed with caution when listening to other people's ideas, because you may regret it. You know, you may remember prophecy, you know, so that includes your friends saying, oh, you know, you shouldn't date him because he's not cool, or like whatever. Find out for yourself, Taurus. Like, really give things a shot. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is helpful, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Take care. Bye.